Creative Abundance Now on YouTube. And we are going to do our gratitude practice, our peace practice, our financial freedom affirmations, and our financial freedom visualization. I am live every morning at this time, which is 5 a.m. Hawaii time, 11 a.m. Eastern. And I live in Waikiki with my husband, Jomel. My name is May Dolzell. Thank you for being on the live, watching the replay. I had a lot of credit card debt, over $40,000 of credit card debts, line of credit debts, back in 2011. But I paid it all off by April of 2016, and I started coaching clients to do what I did, which was not just pay off all the debt. I quit my job. December 23rd was my last day. I started coaching clients on, also I created passive income. We were making about $500 a month in passive income mostly from dividends from stocks. Then our net worth had improved by about $500,000. So I started coaching what I call Finance Freedom Mastermind programs. And during that time, I started buying property. I'd never bought property before then. So I bought our first property in 2017. It was a small condo in Waikiki. 2018, we bought our second property, which is an Airbnb business, which we still run as an Airbnb business today. And then 2019, we sold the first condo we were living in and bought a third condo, which we live in now, which is a 3-bedroom. And actually, the first condo that we bought, we lived in it, and then the property taxes went up, and we had to move out because they changed our classification from residential to transient tax. So we moved out, turned it into an Airbnb. So we had two Airbnbs at one point we were renting, and then we sold that to our manager. And then we own 2 properties now. So that all happened after I quit my job. And so I started coaching clients, what I call Finance Freedom Mastermind programs. You can find out more about that at yesfinanciallyfree.com. Now on TikTok, it's just my handle with a .com. But if you go there, there is a way to join my email list. And the email list has great benefits. We have free trainings every month. You get an invite to those free trainings. You get the replay link, only the email list. You also get a free ebook, Working Parents Guide to Financial Freedom, as soon as you opt into the email list. Put in your name, email, and hit the button. If you ever get tired of the email list, you can always opt out. It's an email list. It's super safe and nice, and I send a lot of great content through there. So I wanted to tell you guys about it so you can opt in. All right, so the first thing we're going to do now is our gratitude practice. Okay, Alexa, set timer for 1 minute. So we're going to say thank you for 1 minute. Thank you.
I cannot set a timer for that. Please try setting a reminder instead.
Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute timer.
There she goes. Okay. Thank you. Toto, thank you. Heavenly, thank you. Tech, thank you. Alaskan Mama, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Thank you for all of the wonderful invites. Thank you for jumping on the live with me, Ray, Rachel, and Spacey. Thank you for a beautiful day. Thank you for my health. Thank you that I'm alive. Thank you that I have fingers and toenails and fingernails and knees and that I can do push-ups. And thank you for my hands. Thank you that I have hands and they function. Thank you that I can walk upstairs because our elevator is not functioning. Thank you that I have the ability to do that. Thank you for the repairmen who are going to fix our elevator eventually. Thank you for the lady on the stairs who lives 2 floors below me. Thank you for our former manager. Thank you for Lola in heaven. Alexa, stop. All right, we're done saying thank you for 1 minute. And now we're going to do our peace practice. Okay, hi Joe, welcome. So the peace practice, what you do every day is you write down the sentence, today is going to be my peaceful day. All right, today is going to be my peaceful day. So you write that sentence down, and then you read it out loud in your mind several times. And you say it out loud. Today is going to be my peaceful day. So if you haven't done it, go ahead and do it now. This is taught by the monk Bhante Panakara Thero. He recently finished a walk for peace in Sri Lanka. He did a walk for peace from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. That's when I noticed him, when he was walking through, he was about to, right before he got into South Carolina, I started watching his talks. And he teaches this practice. And he shared a story yesterday. They started their Vesak festival. They have a huge international Vesak festival. They went to Sri Lanka to get relics from the Buddha, and they brought it back to the United States. And they're having a festival to celebrate the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death. And so it's a week-long festival. Started yesterday, and he shared a story during the talk. They have a Dharma talk every night where they talk about Buddha's teachings, how to be peaceful and happy, and all that kind of thing. And he shared a story about the Buddha, and he said one of his Buddha's students was giving a Dharma talk. He was giving a teaching about, how to bring peace in your life, how to be happy and enlightened. And the Buddha was watching the talk, and then the student was asking Buddha, "Why are you watching this talk? Shouldn't you be over there in your room, sitting in your chair, and why are you here listening to me talk about this? You're the one who taught me this, right?" And the Buddha said, and he was standing in the doorway, I guess, and he said, teach the talk, if you teach the Dharma like this every day, I will sit here and listen to it every day for hours now, as long as you teach." And he said, I didn't understand the meaning of it, but he said the meaning of this means, so he went around, this monk, Bhante Panakara, he did this walk for peace, and he talked to everyone who wanted to hear the teaching. Anyone. If there was anyone who wanted to hear the teaching, he would talk. And in the beginning, it was very few people. And then it became huge crowds. And then at the end in Washington, D.C., it was a giant crowd at the Lincoln Memorial, right? But in the beginning, it was very few. And basically, he said, I will teach it if you want to learn how to be, happy and peaceful. And, if you really want this, I will teach you, right? And if one of my students really understands and really becomes peaceful and really gets helped by this, then I've done, a great service that I could do. I did the best I could. And then that student, if they teach someone else, right, they do the practice. The practice is very simple, by the way. We're doing it right now, right? Today is going to be my peaceful day, right? And then they do the practice every day, and then they teach someone else, right? And then they share it with somebody else. And that person, maybe they do it better than the teacher, right? They're even better than I was when I taught it. And then they teach someone else, and then that person and then it just spreads, it multiplies like that. And that's what that story meant that the Buddha was saying. It's basically, it's a ripple effect, right? So he taught peace, a method of peace, happiness, and wellness that everyone can do. And the people who wanted to learn it, and they teach it to one who wants to learn it, and they practice every day if they want to, right? It's a personal choice. This is all very simple, voluntary stuff that will help people. And if it helps you, then that's great. And if you actually want to practice it, you practice it. And if it helps you, right? If it makes you happier, then you tell others, and then they do it too. So that was the story, and that's what he was saying. And it was interesting. He shared that story yesterday. I really thought about it. I was like, this is really interesting. I practice what he says every day. So, and I go live and I teach it every day. And who knows if you guys are practicing it or not, if you like it or not. I get a lot of viewers every day. Sometimes less, sometimes more. But it's very interesting, the whole idea. And I really like this practice. That's why I teach it every day, because it helps me. Teaching it helps me do it. And it really helps me. I have been much happier since I started this practice in January 15th. I started this practice. Much happier, much more peaceful. So it really does help. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hi, Chris. There are so many people joining. Sorry I haven't said all of your names. And good morning, Edugu and Erlin group. I can't see it all, sorry. And Psychological and Chris and everyone, G, and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So we're going to do our second step for the peace practice now, which is mindfulness breathing, all right? And it's a mindfulness practice where we focus on our breathing. So just breathe in, count 1, breathe out, count 1. Just focus on your breath right here. You're not trying to control your breath. You're just noticing your breath. All right. And then when it goes in, you count 1. When it goes out, you count 1, in, 2, out, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. And then you start over again from 1 and you go to 6, then to 7, then to 8, then to 9, then to 10, then start over again at 1 and go to 5 and to 6. Okay? Now, if you lose track, and that's what I like the counting for me personally, because I can tell when I lose track. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm counting 12 now. It's like way off, right? Or if I'm at 15 or 20, I'm like, woo, boy, am I distracted today, right? So if you lose track of your counting, just go back and start over. If thoughts come to distract you, just notice the thought. And that's a really big step. Most people don't notice the thoughts that are distracting them. But if you notice the thought, congratulations. Then say to the thought in your mind, thought, 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 and come back to your breath. And eventually that thought will go away. Same with feelings, pain, numbness, itchiness, feeling, 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 come back to your breathing. Same with sounds, sound, 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 come back to your breathing. Yeah. Okay, we're going to practice. This is practice. Alexa, set timer for 1 minute.
1 minute timer started.
Okay, relax from your head down to your shoulders and down to your waist, legs, feet, toes, and breathe in and out 3 deep breaths. Focus on your breathing. Alexa, stop. All right, how'd you do? Did you pay attention to your breath? Did you notice your breathing, or did you get distracted? So that's for you to just think about and understand. And you can do that every day during an 8-hour workday. You could do 1 minute to 3 minutes every hour. Just stop, put it down, everything you're doing, and just do that. Close your eyes, do the breathing practice. And then at the end of your workday, you've done 8 to 10 minutes of mindfulness breathing. Before you go to bed at night, take an hour just for you, your own time, to take care of your inner child, right? So pay attention to your day, do the mindfulness breathing, and then also take time to figure out, did I harm anyone today? Did I hurt someone's feelings? Did I kill an animal or hurt an animal or, anything? And then you just ask for forgiveness. If you can actually ask for forgiveness, go ahead and do that. Say sorry, promise you won't do it again, and then forgive yourself. And then if someone hurt you, forgive them, and then go to sleep, wake up the next morning. And then if you, don't look at your phone at night before you go to bed. Okay, so put it away. Don't look at it for that hour. And in the morning, don't look at your phone. Make your bed nice and neat. This is a practice to stay focused. Then go to the bathroom and do your thing without your phone. Okay, if the bathroom mirror is dirty, clean it, right? And then you do the peace practice, right? Today is going to be my peaceful day. Do the mindfulness breathing, and then during the day, focus on one thing at a time. So when you're eating, don't talk while you're eating. Focus on your eating, your chewing, your swallowing. I know this isn't always easy to do. Okay, I have a family in the morning, and I'm a homemaker, so meals are important in the United States, especially, and people tend to want to talk during meals. But I've been focusing on eating and not talking while I eat. And then when I finish eating, I will listen and talk to people. Same with cooking. Don't do other things like talk on the phone or listen to music. Just cook. Driving, don't talk on the phone. Just drive. And then you'll be safer driver. You'll be a safer cook. My finger has healed. I did cut it, cutting ginger, but it's better now. So I'm glad. These are all reminders of me, like, pay attention. Okay, that is the peace practice. Now we're going to do our financial freedom practice. So financial freedom practice, what I like to do are financial freedom affirmations and a financial freedom visualization. And I learned all this stuff from mentors when I was going through all those financial difficulties that I talked about earlier. So go to yesfinanciallyfree.com, and on the menu there is this map to freedom. Okay, the map to freedom is really awesome because it has all different ways to become financially free that I've used. And one of them is do it yourself, map number 5, which I did a lot, okay? Because I started buying programs to help me, and then I got into so much credit card debt, I couldn't afford anything else. Then I paid it off, right? And during that time, I didn't pay for anything. I learned and grew on my own for free. So there's a lot of free resources out there. And if you don't have money, you don't have the money to pay for anything anyway. So map number 5 is where you need to be, okay? Do it yourself on Yes Financially Free. It doesn't cost a thing. It has a list of blog posts with a lot of great information. One of them is called 643 Affirmations for Financial Freedom, Wealth, Abundance, Money, and Prosperity, okay? So we're going to get our affirmations from there. So repeat after me. I am always present and in the moment. I am always present and in the moment. How am I always present and in the moment? How am I always present and in the moment? I always have what I need when I need it. I always have what I need when I need it. Why do I always have what I need when I need it? Why do I always have what I need when I need it? I am surrounded by abundance. I am surrounded by abundance. Why am I surrounded by abundance? Why am I surrounded by abundance? My life is full of abundance. My life is full of abundance. How is my life full of abundance? How is my life full of abundance? All right. We are done with our financial freedom affirmations. Now we're going to do our financial freedom visualization, and then we'll be done. And that is a practice. All right. It doesn't have to be a long practice. It can be really simple. Right. Put your left hand on heart, right hand over it. Breathe in and out. Gratitude. Thank you, heart. Thank you for beating. Thank you that I'm alive today. Thank you for another day. Thank you for being able to breathe fresh air. Thank you for peace. Thank you for peace. I can hear birds. Thank you. All right. Now imagine you are financially free. What are you doing? Who are you with? Feel the feelings of being financially free now. Go ahead. All right. Open your eyes. We're done. Thank you for being on. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I'm live every day at 5 a.m. Hawaii time, 11 a.m. Eastern with the same practice. So you have a great day. And if you haven't already, go to yesfinanciallyfree.com. And I'd like to invite you to check out a new product I launched. It's called Inner Circle. It's really cool. So all those free trainings that I do, I talked about, they're all there. The Inner Circle. You can see the replays. All you have to do is click on that and you can go inside and I'll tell you some of the trainings that I've done. How to create passive income from preferred stocks, how to become your own bank when buying your home becomes more profitable than renting, how to negotiate down credit card interest rates. So these are all trainings that I've done. You can get access to them right now for $9.67 a month. Cancel anytime. So it's awesome. I update with free training every month. So you can check it out. The latest trainings, they're all awesome. Now, if you join the email list, like I said, free invites, free replays, but only for that 1 month. So if you want to see older trainings, you need to join the Inner Circle. All right. It's only $9.67. Yes, I have a child. He's 12. So that's why it's 67 cents. Anyway, Inner Circle, check it out. It's at yesfinanciallyfree.com under products. So have a great day. Thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate everyone. Colin, K. Smith, Sean. Thank you so much, Aiden, Grayson. And thank you for being on this live. If you haven't followed me, and I'll follow you back. Thank you so much for being here. And have a great day. I will see you again tomorrow. Aloha. Goodbye, guys. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, subscribe. And I will